Good day, ma'am. I'm Shaila Castro. This is my report. Globalization. What is globalization? Globalization means the movement of different business and organization in different parts of the world. The process of exchanges different goods, service, capital, and technologies or cultural practice all over the world. It is the expansion and widening of political tradition and economics of every country. Globalization, just like in the given definition, globalization is the expansion of widening between two or more countries. We begin living in today's society that globalization is the part of our livings. From the shoes we wear, the stuff we own are from other countries and product of the globalization. According to Strager, 2020, he defined that globalization is the buzzword of our time that describes the variety of accelerating the economic, political, and cultural processes that constantly change our experience of the world. Next slide, I begin discussing you about different types of globalization. The first is economic. It's simply defined as the distribution, production, and consumption of goods and services. Economic globalization describes the process of growing interaction between local, national, and regional economic and markets. The second is social, refers to the sharing of ideas and information between and through different countries. Social, a good example of this is K-drama and K-pop. K-pop. Nowadays, the youth are very addicted in watching K-drama and Korean pop song, which is the best example of social globalization. Political development and growing influence of international organizations are the example of political globalization. Political, a very good example of this is the Asian, which all the leaders throughout Southeast Asia are doing and sharing idea and making decision in protecting environment issue, economic, and etc. Effect of globalization. Globalization cause exchange of technology. Globalization help in knowledge and information transfer throughout the world, promotes and increase interaction between different region and population around the globe. Globalization will help us to understand and discover the different culture around the globe. Simple put, globalization it's the process of bringing people from all over the world together. Globalization is the term used in economics to describe the mechanism by which components, organizations, and countries begin to operate on a global scale. Globalization is the most often associated with economic, but it also has an effect on politics and culture. Advantage of globalization. The first is access to new cultures. Since we are now capable of reaching different countries, especially with help of technology, we are able to learn about other countries. Advantage of globalization. The first is access to new cultures. Since we are now capable of reaching different countries, especially with the help of technologies, we are able to learn about other culture. For example, watching K-drama can teach us different Korean culture, or watching American movie can introduce us to American cultures. Lower or cheaper price for products. Globalization allowed companies to find lower cost ways to produce their product. Lower costs help people in both developing and already developed countries live better on less money. the spread of technology and innovation. Many countries around the world remain constantly connected, so knowledge and technological advance travel quickly because knowledge also transfer so fast. This means that scientific advance made in Asia can be at work in the US in the matter of days. Cultural diversity. Appreciating that culture is made up of many different people with different interests, strength, and skill needs. It's all about it. It also implies that you understand that people in society can hold different religious, um, religious view or sexual orientation than you do. Globalization can lift people out of the poverty. And the last is transportation. Disadvantage of globalization. Unequal economic growth. Exploit cheaper markets. Cause job displacement. It can increase the spread of communicable disease. How globalization affect media? Globalization will to How globalization affect media? Globalization help to widespread communication, information, and technologies. A good example of that is sender to receiver. What is spatialization? Spatialization refers to the spatial or widening of social activities or materials and things. This is related to the social space, typical of the time, place, or culture. Means things are spreading or becoming wider. And from its original form, there are numerous examples of this, should as communication from simple talking to our neighbors, and now we can already deal with different people around the world. According to Vincent Mesco, 2009, he explained that spatialization refers to the process through which businesses and corporations in general media outlet overcome to the constraint of time and space. It means that communication is the most important tool or mechanism to generate spatialization. From the communication technologies and media companies, it changed how businesses and corporations control time and space. Technologies allows the reduction of time in the production of media content like news, ads, etc. Because of this advance, the possibility of distributing product or materials into large territories is much more higher. How does spatialization work in the media? Today, mobile technology have been developed. With the development of mobile media, space has a new dimension. Mobile technology have been developed in our today's society. Example, mobile phone have been invited to use community by text and call, but now has begin develop and have begin create some different opportunities. Spatial economics deal with what is, where, and why. The first is the what refers to what type of can be a business or etc. Second, where refers physically to the location of the business. The third is why refers to explanation within the limits of economic. What is location theory? Location theory refers to geographic location of economic activity. It addresses the question what economic activities are located, also where and why. It's view decision unit because it's help to find and locate the right place to open a business like finding a good spot where many people are located. For example, opening a coffee shop in the university or school. It is a good spot because many students will probably go there to chill or to socialize and drink coffee with their friends. Location to review decision units. When a certain unit is already located, it needs to have a certain input and output. Like for example, a company needed a labor service to have input and a good product in the output. How does it affect the culture and economy? Because of different way of spreading information, people become more aware about their environment. Also encounter different culture because of the different information that they usually read or watch using media. Commodification. According to Jesse Paulo, 2019, commodity means a good or service that the markets trade equally or nearly equally regardless of who has produced it. Traditionally, it means good and service shot, stay clean notes or cleaning. It is the transformation of good service, idea, nature, personal information, or people. How commodification affect culture and economy? It was found that commodification of culture result in value of local culture product. The value of culture product developed due to the tourist industry. Commercialization is the process of bringing new product or service to market. Commercialization is a bringing a new product come from a certain thing. Commercialization require a carefully developed three-tier product rollout and marketing strategy that encompasses the following major components: the idea phase, the business process stage, the stakeholder stage, the commercialization process. The ideation stage is the marketing philosophy, or simply defined as the brainstorming in marketing philosophy. This ideation stage are known as the 4Ps, which stand for product, price, place, and promotion. The first is product, refers to any item that is intended to satisfy the needs and wants of the target's customer. Product, before doing a commercial, you must know what the product do you will promote. The business process stage, consideration are made in the term of flexibility, cost, and thinking through how the potential commercialization strategy could actually be rolled out. The stockholder stage are typically bundled and taken through who target audience and stockholders for a commercialized product or service is. For commercialization to truly success, a company must satisfy both its customer and stockholder needs. How does it affect the culture and economy? Commercialization can affect both culture and economy. Commercialization give and provide us different service, also give a way to assist different technologies, but not all people can get or have those advanced, because not all people are born rich. Some people are born poor and cannot have those advantage. It can also live our culture by promoting and commercializing our place or different tourism place, like what we do here in the Philippines. Using commercialization in promoting our place will not just help people to be employing, but also to provide harmful business, and this is the somewhat advantage of developing country like in the Philippines who use commercialization to promote their business place that also help people to be employed. For me is commercialization is about promotion. When you say promotion, different media are used. One of the example are the one we see in television and YouTube. Yun lang po and maraming salamat.